So last week I went up north with my wife to this epic trail in Algonquin. It had this incredible view from the mountaintop. It was insane. The whole purpose of the trip was to do something out of the ordinary, even though we're still in lockdown here in Toronto. The drive felt super long. It was like a 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back, so about 6 hours in total. But the experience was so worth it, and having experiences like that is something that I'm trying to prioritize, especially after this whole pandemic. I was gonna try to do a vlog, but I'm so glad I didn't because the trail was super long and I would have been exhausted. But I did manage to bring my camera and my drone with me, and the drone footage that I caught just blew my mind. Mind you, I've had my drone now for more than over a year, so for it to blow my mind even after having it for this long is quite impressive. I shot some footage from the mountaintop and it just came out incredible. After having this drone for quite a while now, I noticed there are certain times during the day that it'll give you better looking cinematic footage. Very similar to our DSLR cameras, the best time to capture the most cinematic looking footage is very early in the morning during sunrise or later on in the evening closer to sunset. The reason for this is that if you fly your drone during the day and there's a lot of sunlight, then it can make your footage seem very flat, and you don't want that. You want to be able to get all the depth and all the detail of the surface that you're capturing. This makes your footage look less flat and more cinematic. I also got some awesome looking drone footage from our last vacation before COVID when I went back to my homeland, the Dominican Republic, and I could stare at this footage all day from how great it looks, and when you add the sound effects, it makes me feel like I'm actually there.
He got that good vibe. Yeah, give me that good vibe all night.
I know what you're probably saying, there's a new drones that just came out, the Air 2S and the FPV drone, but I don't have any experience with either of those drones. But I can definitely speak on behalf of the Mavic Air 2 and say that this is a fantastic drone for the price. I think right now it's like $980, which is totally worth it. I won't get into all the details, but the fact that I can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, do an 8K hyperlapse, and still have 30 minutes of flight time is more than enough for my needs. Something else that impressed me was the signal range and how far this little guy can go. Once I got to the top of the mountain, I had an undisturbed view, but it was so far away that I still couldn't see this little guy, so I had to rely on the monitor in order to know where it was. Just a side note, you do get better signal when there's no buildings in the way, but I'm trying to capture more land. Plus, there's all these restrictions on where you can and where you can't fly inside the city that, you know, it's not really the most ideal situation. The only thing is I wish the remote was a little bit smaller. Maybe it helps with the range, but I find it a little bit unnecessary for it to be this big, especially when the drone is pretty small. But if you're looking to invest in your first drone or upgrade from your old one, and you want the best value for your money, then I definitely recommend the Mavic Air 2. If you can afford the newest one, then by all means, don't even think about it. Just go for it. Go for the Air 2S. But if you're on a budget and you still want high quality footage without compromises, then this drone is for you. Anyways, I gotta go now, but if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.